Hi, I'm Vanessa from Premier Tax Solutions, and in this video I'm going to look at how you can get your accountancy fees cheaper. As your business grows, generally the accountancy fees increase, but when you go from a couple of £100 a year to a couple of £1,000, it can be a bit of a shock. So, how can you keep the fees down? The biggest thing is a state of the records in your bookkeeping. If you turn up every year with a bag full of receipts and then your bank statements and you haven't done any bookkeeping, then the accountant's got to do that for you, and so therefore it's going to cost you more. As an accountant, we have to do the bookkeeping first before we can even move on to doing the accounts and the tax return. For some reason, some business owners seem to ignore the fact that they need to keep accurate business records, and they just turn up once a year and expect the bookkeeping to be done for free. God forbid that they went over the back threshold in that time and they're only finding out 9 to 12 months later, and of course it's going to be the accountant's fault. A better way of doing things is looking at, have you got the time to do the bookkeeping, or is it even something that you'd want to do? If you don't want to do the bookkeeping, or it's not something that you're capable of, then look at getting bookkeeping support. It might only be an hour a month that you need, and your accountant can recommend you a bookkeeper, or it might be a service that they offer themselves, just like we do. If you do have time to do bookkeeping, or it's something that you do want to learn, the best thing to do is speak to your accountant and ask for some training on how best to do it for your business. We'd much prefer to educate you on how best to do the bookkeeping for your business and what bits of software you need. Things like that can make your life a lot easier, and it'll also make sure that you're compliant with HMRC. Investing in a couple of hours bookkeeping training with your accountant will mean that you don't have monthly bookkeeping bills to contend with. Did you know that if we do your bookkeeping in-house, then it'll save you money elsewhere, because we actually charge less for year-end accounts, because we know the bookkeeping's been done properly. Some clients have actually found it cheaper to have us do the monthly bookkeeping, as the bookkeeping doesn't cost a lot and they actually save quite a bit on the year-end accounts. Another thing to look at is, what services do you actually need? Are you paying for things that you don't use? For example, if you use software such as Xero, are you on the correct package for your business needs? If your accountant does all of your bookkeeping and you don't touch the software, you could actually look at Xero's Bureau edition, which is £5 a month compared to a standard edition at £28 a month. We've actually had some clients where it's been cheaper for us to do the bookkeeping and have a Bureau edition in place than it would be to have a standard edition of Xero and them do the bookkeeping. Or it might be that you've got a payroll scheme set up and there's no employees on it, but we still have to do nil returns every month, which do cost money. So why not close that payroll scheme down? The same applies to the CIS scheme. If you've got no subbies on there, you could opt out for 6 months or even close the scheme down. Hopefully you found these tips useful, and if there's any extra information that you need on anything mentioned in the video, then get in touch. Thanks for watching.